It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much. As he's marked down officially at the 21. Play action. Now Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Ayuk going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd down and 8. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Ayuk going to go in motion right. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Purdy. This is Jennings. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Purdy. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
2nd down and 3. Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Moody for the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now they'll shift things around. Richardson to throw again after the pick six. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Throwing on second and long. Richardson. He finds Taylor. Complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They go play action here. Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop, and let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Now it's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Buying time to his left.
Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce.
And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Richardson going to change the play here.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 19 right.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
54 Mike, 54 Mike.
Yeah, Richardson yet again.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
We all knew. Hey, check Mike.
Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Trap 60, trap 60. 54, right there, right there. 54.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They run once more with Taylor.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Richardson. Finding Pierce on the crossing route.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Richardson to the air on first down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the 2 of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
This 2nd and 4. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Richardson going to move him around.
Richardson looking to throw on 2nd down.
He'll let one go deep for downs.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Purdy. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Juwan Jennings.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down.
And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Purdy off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from a yard out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
and there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. At least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Richardson.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Richardson off the play fake.
Rolling to his right.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught by Jennings. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their